Good evening, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. So yesterday we started our topic on the customization and configuration part, and we started with the scripting overview, and then we see what are the classes available on the server side. Today we are going to be extend that on the client side, and we will pick up the some example of not some example, we'll pick up the topic called the client side client script as well. Okay, UI policies and the client script. These two topics are required in that particular part. So if I come here, we were on this particular place. Here, and if I come here, this one. Okay, so we are on this particular part. Now, as the client side script says that this should be executed on the browser itself, means without the changes go in the database, it should execute it and we should get the results. This is what the definition of this particular stuff. So in this, the first class, it's called glide form, which we call as a G_form. And this is used when you want to do some data manipulation on the form level. And how it will work? Like this. So if I go here in my instance and go client script. Yeah, and let's click here. And if I click here on this part, okay, so I can say var Atul new, and what is syntax? This one, G_form, this one, dot get value, means you want to bring some value on the form level, maybe to display, maybe some mandatory field and all the things you can do it. Okay, not sure that why it was not working yesterday, but in my instance it is working like this format as well. So you can see these things are coming very easily. Get value, and which value you want? I want the value of the state. Okay, so in this way what we can do, I can bring the value of the state for the current record. And then if you want to set, you can use a set value. Get means to bring, set means to enter, insert the value in that particular field. And again, remember the 6 is not, the 6 is representing maybe resolved or maybe closed. So by this way we can do, so like this one, G_form dot value it hyphen by this way. But before that, we have to mention that on which particular object I'm working. Okay, so this is the first method we can do. So under this G.1, G_, we have a lot of methods, I can say. These. The example which I say that I want to make mandatory any field, so I can do via script as well and via UI policy, G_form dot set mandatory. Which field you want to make it mandatory, you can put it here and then put true. Okay, so client script can replace, a client script can be used instead of the UI policy as well, but it is not recommended until unless you have a very strong business case to use client script instead of the UI policies. Okay, so multiple methods, multiple methods I can say it is given by ServiceNow and we can use it. Okay, there is a first type of class which is save. Means anything which you want to do on the form level, G underscore form is the class we can use. See, now if I come here, glide user, anything which you want to work on the user level. Remember, in the server side as well, we have GS, and here we have a G underscore user because this work on the this part, client part, G underscore user dot. What you want? The last name, because I want to show hello Mr. Atul Grover. So how I can get? I can get by G underscore user. And you can see here these many values are available. Has role, last name, user ID, username, you can do this part. So when we go for the client script, we will see one or two examples. We will see that how it's been working. This is another part of G underscore user. And this is nothing that I am defining something. It is automatical. You can see G underscore user and you can see the methods available, first name, all the. So these are limited methods available. User ID I want, you can put it user ID like this, but user ID will tell you the sysID, remember. Okay, that I want to know that I want to display a message like this. Hello logged in user. So how it will come? It will come with this way. पहले उसका पूरा नाम लेके आओ, वेरिएबल में डालो, वेरिएबल को यहाँ शो करके दिखा दो. By this way we can show this part. Okay, we will see this part when we go for the client script. Okay, now they have given some examples. Now let me come on the our fundamental thing. Means after classes, let's see where I can use these classes. So in the scripting, we have two types, client and server. In client, we have a UI policy and we have a client script. Okay, let's discuss about the UI policy because it is straightforward and no coding required at all. It's like checkbox. Now, if I come here, incident, let me see. When I want to create an incident, then I am going to open a form and we'll see. This thing, mandatory. So UI policy is a concept in ServiceNow which is used to make any field mandatory, read only, or hidden. Only for these three operations we can use this. Okay, so now let's see how it can be defined. Come here and search for the UI policy. Under system definition, we have a UI policy. Click on new. You can do anything on a single field at a given point of time in the UI policy. Okay, so in which table you want to do and how it's work, how it execute. Number one, it should be active, means they should be true. Plus condition, if you are putting anything here, it should be evaluate true and at least one action should be present in the UI policy action. So now let's say I want to go for the incident table. Tick this one, short description LNG, and let's say LNG make impact make CI mandatory. Tick. Let me open this incident, new incident in the tab so that we can see. What is my intention? That I want this field to be mandatory. This field. Or I want, let's say service, I want to make it mandatory. So I'm putting a service. Do you want to put any condition like if state is new only then it should work. If state is on hold only then it should be work. If you want, you can do. Otherwise, you can leave it as of now. In case you want to write a script, you can write as well. But writing a script in the UI policy is not much, I can say, preferable, because it means you are violating the purpose of UI policy. So come here and click on save. As of now, don't pick up these points and save. Now, Atul, ye to ho gaya, but where is the action? If you scroll down, you will get an action here and click on the new. Which field you want to make? So in a single UI policy, you can make 100 of fields actionable. So I want service to be mandatory. So you can search here. Here. Service. What do you want? Mandatory, visible, read only, or what? I said I want to make it as a mandatory. Okay. Submit. Check. Now save and let's reload this page. So you can see it become mandatory here. Why? If you want to know which one, you can go ahead and you can check. See, our UI policy also working here. Now what I will do, I'll make a change. I'll say state is new. Okay, I'm just adding one more condition. Agar state new hai only then it should work. So now come and reload this one. Tick. Now if I change the state to new to in progress, it is working for me. But how? But how? So it is clear, right? Now in this part, we have 4 sections, these sections. Let me remove this and save. And now let me reload this. It's a new, it's fine. Arey, condition to fail ho gayi. Why it's not be working now? New hai, to theek hai. In progress ka to false. Condition nahi ho raha. Kyun? Because these 4 sections have a specific purpose. Number 1, it says, do you want this particular UI policy should work as a global? Global means it should work in all the view. Like default view, system view. If you say no, then you can define the view as well, that in which view it should work. I show you the example. Let me do one thing. New. Okay. BlackBerry. Abraham Lincoln and this and save. Okay. This is a default view. What is the definition of view? View is a way that how you want to show what I can say, show the form, show the fields to a user. Okay. Now if I go here and change the view from default to, let's say, major incident. See, few fields has been less now. So this particular stuff says, Do you want to apply this UI policy on the global level? It means applicable for all the view, or you want to just go for the single view. So generally we go for the global level. Number 2, when you want it change the value, as soon as it load, untick and save. Now let's create a new incident. See, अच्छा हमारा व्यू चेंज करना पड़ेगा हमें. Now how to change the view? Anybody has any idea? Any idea how to change the view? Find out करना इसका आंसर कि कहां से चेंज होगा व्यू इसका. Okay, but I will do one thing, that I'll just save and I'll change the view. But you have to find out that how I can change the view without saving this record. You know, this is also coming from the client script. So now I'll go and I change it. Default view. ठीक है. अब देखो. New पे, what we have a condition. When we have new, it should be mandatory, but it's not becoming mandatory. Let's try to save this. It means this part, apply the UI policy action when form is loaded and when the user change the value on the form. तभी काम करना है. अगर मैं इसको दोबारा से in progress on hold करता हूं, या I'll put in the new. Now it's becoming mandatory. But जब लोड था तब नहीं हुआ. See the example. Let me show you. It is not mandatory, even though we are in the new state. But if I change it and come back, now it's getting mandatory. Why? Because we say on load I don't want. So let's keep it on load true. And this is called the reverse if false. If this condition is not matching, तो भाई ये condition भी तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना. This action should not work. Then we have to make this one. And last, inherit. Because remember one concept here, that our change incident problem table are extended from my task table. Task table also have few fields and also have some UI policy, some client script, some business rules. Do you want to inherit that as well? No, boss, I don't want to inherit. So untick this box. Now, if I come here and open this, यहां पर एक field और है. Clear the field value. Means if reverse is false, then you want to clear the value. I said yes. Let's make it update here. ठीक. So now if I click on this reverse false so that we can test it. And I'm putting the on load as well. And save this and come here. Let's create an incident. ठीक है, हो गया ये. Now if I fill the value BlackBerry, if I change it, if I see, it's becoming blank. How? Because now we say that boss clear the previous field value. Now if I make same field as a read only, is it possible? One side I am saying make a field mandatory. On the same side I'm saying make the field read only. Is it possible practically? खाना खाओ लेकिन खाना मत खाओ. ये क्या बात हुई? ये वही बात है. So which will take precedence? That has been decided by service now. कि boss, I'm taking this as a precedence because you are saying mandatory first. If I say leave alone and save, and now let's go and reload. Now see what happened. See, mandatory नहीं है ना वो, उसने छोड़ दिया, उसने कुछ नहीं किया उसके ऊपर, जैसा था वैसा रख दिया. See, when I go to in progress, it is become editable. Why? Because it is not on the conditions. I put a condition here कि भैया जब तक new में है तब तक ही रखो. Soon I come back on the new, it become like this. So, but remember, from the interview perspective, it can be asked that what a UI policy do. UI policy only can do the 3 actions: read only, mandatory, and to hide any field. Let's say this thing. And save. Reload. See. Now it's gone. Why? Maybe this is the part is executing. So always remember that when to do. So now what we can do here, let me go and show you. So you can see on the incident table, we have 11 UI policies. If you see here, make a field read only on a close. If my incident in the closed state, then I want these fields to be read only. When the state is closed or cancelled, these are all the fields I'm making read only. Leave it on. इस पर कुछ मत करो, सिर्फ उनको true कर दो. If you see, are they changing anything in the value? No. See, they're not taking box. क्योंकि कुछ करना ही नहीं है मुझे. So on a single condition, I can add multiple fields in this particular area. This is a small concept of the UI policy. Put your questions. Any question? Easy concept है, quick है. If you want to do, you can do the coding as well here. See, now the view has been changed, I guess. Yeah. You can do here script. And see how smartly they write a script. This is when you want to run a script, because when we do this thing, mobile application development, which is not part of this training now. Okay, if you're doing the mobile app as well, then we have to write the 2 different UI policies. One which is run on the desktop, one which is on the service portal, and you want to run all. I said all. What they say, if this condition is true, then what you want? I want current. I can say I want G underscore form dot set read only. Which field? Is a field name. Business underscore service. कि बॉस अगर कंडीशन ट्रू होती है तो ये कर दो, अगर कंडीशन फॉल्स होती है तो G अंडरस्कोर फॉर्म डॉट सेट वैल्यू और अलर्ट. क्या मैसेज शो करना है? हेलो LNG. ये मैसेज आपको शो करना है. ठीक है. And now come here and अरे हमने इस पे कर दिया क्या? ओहो, चलो ठीक है, इस पे कर लेते, कोई बात नहीं। लेट्स सी क्लोज एंड कैंसल्ड। ठीक है, let me come here and let's put any incident in the closed or cancelled. And save. I'm sure it will not work because I guess only one thing will work. Okay, one is coming. No, it is not working. Only one thing will work, I'm sure. Either actions will work, either script will work. Okay, but we can do the scripting here very easily. Set read only, this will go read only kar do. BUS spelling to ठीक है. And if false, then show this message. So if you want, you can do this print, but writing this part is not much recommended. ServiceNow say better go on this part because this is easy to maintain. This is tough to maintain. ठीक है जी, clear this point?
Yes.
Good. Now I will take you the second part of the client script. Sorry, client side script. It's called the client script. ठीक है, अभी क्या है कि the things are working on a some condition basis. अगर ऐसा हो तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. Now what I want, let me go to the UI policy and let deactivate our policy so that we can use that part. Let me make active false. Otherwise फिर error देगा, हम करेंगे तो problem करेगा हम इस पे. ठीक है, active false and save. ठीक है, we in the client script we have a 4 types. पहला क्या है, on load. जैसे ही as soon as the form get loaded, I want to show some message, I want to make some field mandatory, I want to do some action, जो कि इसमें possible नहीं है. इसमें सिर्फ एक ही onload ही है, but with the conditions. So now let me come here and search for the client script. ठीक है, and let come here. Name, ng, which table, table. ठीक है, now where you want to applicable, desktop, service portal, all I set. आप desktop पे करो, service portal पे करो, हर जगह काम करना चाहिए. All type, total 4 types. On cell edit, on change, on load, on submit. Let me come here and see. On load, on change, on submit, and on cell edit. On load क्या है? As soon as I load this form, something should work. Let's say on load. यहां पर आपको कोडिंग करनी पड़ेगी. You cannot do this drag and drop of the checkbox. No, that will not work here. ठीक है, so this is the place where you have to do complete coding part. Nothing else. So what we'll do now, on load, description, anything you want to put, and here is the onload function. I want as soon as my page get load, I want to show alert welcome in LNG. I want to show this message. Save. ठीक है, I'll go here. I'm giving very simple examples so that we can understand. Welcome in LNG. This is our message. This is second message. This was appearing earlier as well, but why my message is coming in first? Any idea?
Is an order for that too?
Correct. It is an order. Maybe the message which we are displaying earlier with RS something has some different order. But now it's my order. It's taking on the precedence on that part. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll come here and see one example on load. We are here on the client side script and on load. Okay. So by this way you can do this part like this. इसमें कुछ चीजें okay, one few things we have left out. अतुल ये सब चीजें क्या हैं? The first is that if you want to make a disable a syntax highlight like this, I want normal text pad. कई लोग हैं जिनको text pad normal text पसंद है. No, I want a full one. Okay. This is if you want to comment something like this. This is if you want to format the code, like let me say. Like this. Or ठीक है. Like this and click on the format code. ये देखो. पूरा format हो गया. और उसको लगा सर मजा तो आ नहीं रहा, थोड़ा बड़ा पेज तो करो. We have this option as well. This one. Now you can see full. Now your code is completely formatted. So you can do this part. Want to replace, search and replace next. You want to search, simple you can search. Next line you want to go, full page you want to go, and you want to save it. And you want to toggle check syntax. You can गलती तो नहीं मेरे इसमें कुछ. For that you can do. Plus you can do this part as well. If you want to hide the functions like this. So you can do. See. जहां जब brackets शुरू हो रही है वहां से it's understanding. This is what the simple thing we do in the client script. But yes, again, it's required the coding part. Let's take example of the client script. इसमें examples भी हैं इसके कुछ. Just say here. What it is saying? If a user has ITL rule, then set section display false. Let us do this thing. Same thing, but we'll do. Let remove all these things. E underscore user, नहीं इससे नहीं. E underscore user dot has role admin. ठीक है. अगर admin है, then what need to be do? Show a message. Let's say I want to be show a message. क्या message show करना है? Either you can show message, ठीक है हम alert से कर देते हैं. और नहीं इसको alert you are admin here and save. ठीक है. Now I am logging as an admin. So if I go here and I reload this page, I'll get a message. Welcome in LNG. ठीक है. You are admin here. My message is coming. This is coming. This is coming. Now let me impersonate with some non-admin guy. Let me say ITIL user. And now I'll reload this page. So everything should come, but this message should not come. ठीक है, इसको भी आएगा यू आर एडमिन हियर, ऐसे कैसे? इट मींस दिस यूजर हैव एडमिन रोल. नहीं एडमिन तो नहीं है, देन हाउ इट कैन बी वर्क? या कहीं और से पिकअप हो रहा है? Possibly we have a wrong spelling as well. It is admin or it's system admin role can be there. Let me do the end impersonation. Client script. It's on load, right? Function on load incident welcome in this G underscore user has a admin. नहीं देखो ये है ना सिंटैक्स एरर है. नहीं यार तो नहीं है यार. हाँ इफ नहीं लगा है ना, इफ अगर है तो मैसेज शो करे ना. सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू डू राइट थिंग. नाउ इट्स फाइन. देखो लाइन भी चली गई, लास्ट में 3 लाइन्स थी. देन शो दिस थिंग, मैसेज डन, डन and save. And now let's impersonate.
So Atul, when we mix the word if, does it mean the code is not throwing an error?
It should logically, but it was showing some yellow lines on the bottom. It means there's something wrong, but it is not able to understand that what was wrong here. Maybe you want to just check without if condition. Logically, it should show me error.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
अभी भी इसको मैसेज आ रहा है. It means again we have done something wrong. या तो इस यूजर को एडमिन राइट्स हैं, even though it's idle use, but it has admin rights. या फिर हमारी स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक कहीं है. तो this is one example that we can do on the onload, कि जब मैं onload कर रहा हूं तो मेरे को क्या करना है. Now the second part, on change. Let's say new G, ठीक है, टेबल इंसिडेंट. टाइप ऑन चेंज. हाँ यह इंपॉर्टेंट काम है, थोड़ा समझने वाला हमारा. ठीक है, व्हाट इट सेज, सी चेंज क्या होता है. इफ देयर वाज सम प्रीवियस वैल्यू, आई एम चेंजिंग और ब्रिंगिंग सम न्यू वैल्यू. चेंज वही होता है ना कि भाई देयर वाज नथिंग और इट वाज समथिंग अदर वैल्यू एंड आई एम चेंजिंग इट. तो ऑन चेंज हैज अ 2 थिंग्स, old value and the new value. So let me take you on this part because I don't want to go anything wrong here. इसको जो 5 पैरामीटर ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. दिस वन, फंक्शन ऑन चेंज कंट्रोल old value new value is loading is template is loading. I am missing out this pipe symbol. New value is equal to blank. Then return questioning. क्या मतलब है इसमें? Number 1, the control says that it is a dynamic changing. It means you are doing something on the form level. ठीक है. अच्छा एक बार one more important point regarding client script and the UI policy. They will work only and only on the few form. Sorry, they will work only and only fields which are available on the form, not in the table. मतलब if you want to make a field mandatory via UI policy or the client script, that field must exist on the form. Otherwise, it will not work. Simple example. I'm in the marriage at point of time, and I want that the counter people should go and give some sweets to my wife as well at home. Not possible. They should be in the marriage, only then they can eat. And then you can eat as many as you want. But यहाँ से allowed नहीं है घर जाना. So this is the fundamental rule here in the client scripts. Because we are saying that this will work only on the form level. There is a concept called the data policy. UI policy and the data policy. Read about that. That what is the difference between UI policy and the data policy? You can convert data policy to the UI policy, or you can convert UI policy to the or vice versa. Okay, I will forget otherwise, so I'll put this thought here. Now old value. कि भैया old value क्या है? New value, नया value क्या डाल रहे हैं आप? Is loading. It means when you are loading the form, is it exist? Is it true? Is it filled? If filled, then true. Otherwise, it is a false. मतलब old value है ही नहीं, हमने पहले check कर लिया. मतलब if I take an example, I go to conference room. There was a glass. And it was empty. मतलब कि when I go and I saw that was empty, it means there was nothing, no old value in that. Maybe when I go in the conference room, someone already had a water from that particular glass and keep it there, which was blank. But for me, it is a empty. This is what is loading says. And is the template. Now what happened if you remember that in the template management, if you use the template, it will override the value. So they want to be say that there's some value exists, but do you want to override from the template as well? So you can, if it is overriding by overriding by template, it's true. Otherwise, or coming from template, it's true. Otherwise, it is a false value. Okay. Now how it work? That is important for us. Let's come here and go to example on change. देखो, I know only this much यार, तो मैं books के सिवा it's tough for me. ठीक है. Now they have a value. What they're doing here? They're saying, let's create this thing. So don't change these things. These are completely out of the box. If you want, like, do this thing. थोड़ा सा format कर लेते हैं, इसको बड़ा करते हैं. ठीक है. Yeah. What they're saying, let's put a switch condition. Now, what is switch? Don't ask me, because these are the basics of any programming language. If loop, while loop, switch loop, I'm saying, switch loop you can say, else loop. These are things you should know. And these are the basics only. अगर ये है तो ये कर दो. अगर ये है तो ये देख लो. ये है तो ये वाला काम कर लो. So let me copy this part. What they are doing here. They are saying that I am putting the new value in the switch case. But अभी एक चीज हमारी रह गई. On change form पे नहीं होगा. It will work on a specific field. जिस field को आप change कर रहे हैं. So I have to be defined. I want to be defined on the category. If something getting changed in the category, maybe if I can say, if something getting changed in the short description, then should I show a message? Let's do this thing. Simple वाला करके देखते हैं एक बार, ठीक है? इसको करते हैं हम comment. ठीक, और यहां लिखते हैं alert message. e_form add error message. Sorry, you are not allowed all fine, all well? Yes. Save. Now let's come here. And there is an incident. क्रिएट न्यू। ठीक है, आ गए, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं। हेलो, क्योंकि अभी खाली था इसलिए उसने एरर नहीं दिया। लेट मी सेव दिस BlackBerry. I'm not sure that it will work or not, but I'll give a try here. क्योंकि मैं इतने डेवलपर हूँ यार, इससे ज्यादा डेवलपमेंट नहीं आती मुझे। हेलो वर्ल्ड, सी, sorry, you are not allowed. Why? Because we have a client script on the change. जैसे ही short description में change करेगा, it should get a message like this. And what we have done, this is not the alert message. This is called the error message. Now let me show you one more. G_form dot info message. And now save. Let's reload. And now let's change this particular incident. ये alert message है. The pop-ups are coming. And this error message in the red, info message in the blue. This is a difference between these two messages. So now if you're saving any, let's say I want to be go in the resolve state and click on the save. See, the following are the mandatory field. It means on this particular client script we have a condition and they are showing this error message. जब तक आप error message sort out नहीं करोगे, you cannot proceed. So now either I have to be cross this and let's say I'm in the new state only. ठीक है, I'm not changing it. Let me save. Will it work? Oh, it worked. It means we can put a code, even though I'm showing that you're not allowed, but still I'm changing because my code is incomplete here. This is what we can say in the on change level. Clear these two part? Khalida, Jyoti, Arus, Hima. Now the third part, on submit. Same fundamental, nothing new. UI policies, sorry, client scripts. Click on the new. LNG. Table. All type on submit. सिंपल है, कुछ नहीं है. सबमिट पे आपको क्या क्या करना आप कर सकते हो. Set value, let's say I want to be put G_form dot set mandatory. क्या है set mandatory? इसको करते हैं डिस्क्रिप्शन को. mandatory, ठीक है. बात ओके. G_form dot set value. किसका वैल्यू सेट करें हम? We will set a value for the, let's say, subcategory, or let's say set the value for the contact type as a chat. ठीक है, set value किसकी? contact type की. और क्या करनी है? Save. ये on submit पे ध्यान रखना. Now let's go and get a new incident ताकि हम freshly देख सके. ठीक. this खाली है, खाली है. Click on the save. अरे देखो यहां तो सेट हो गया, लेकिन यहां पर सेट नहीं हुआ. Even though it did not become mandatory. ठीक तो क्या था हमने? Set mandatory description. Maybe we had done something wrong, क्योंकि ये देखो ये तो सेट हो गया chat, but it did not set. Descriptions पहले तो सही है, set mandatory. Maybe something wrong we did. So this is what we can do on the on submit. Now if I come here on the client script, come here and search for the incident. On the incident we have 28 client scripts, and we have on submit, on change, all these things. Only one type is left, on cell edit. इन दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस है? ऑन चेंज वर्सेस ऑन सेल एडिट. दोनों सेम ही है. ऑन सेल मतलब किसी फील्ड पे चेंज कर रहे हो, ऑन चेंज मतलब किसी फील्ड पे चेंज कर रहे हो. देन व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? क्या कहते हो आरुष? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? कुछ तो सोच के दे सम थॉट प्रोसेस सर्विस नो पुट, राइट? What do you think, Khalida? Think. You have to be. सुना था नहीं आइडिया तो बनाना पड़ता है. अच्छा. You remember that when we are discussing on the day 3 or day 4, I told you there's a two type of views. And what is this view? What we call this page?
Form.
What form?
Default view.
Form view. Very nice. Very nice. Now, what this is called?
Record view.
Anji?
Record view.
Hey, kuch bhi.
This is a list view.
Correct. So now a user can make a change on the incident table. Let me show you now. If I do this thing. By a user can make a change in the record from this page as well. Let me do. Yellow. Right? But here it is not on change. It is not on load. It is not on submit. Because this is a table. Table means if I open this, what is this? This is a table and these are called cell. So if you want to restrict the user on the list view, then we use the client script on cell edit. But again, at a given point of time, only one. नहीं. And go here, incident, all type on cell. Fundamental same है इसमें भी. On change वाला fundamental ही है कि आप you can do only one field at a given point of time. I want to put on the short description, or let's say I want to put on the impact. ठीक है? If you are changing the impact, but यहाँ पर problem क्या है? यहाँ पर कोई save button नहीं है. See the example. Any save button is there? या तो ये है या फिर ये है, बट कोई सेव बटन नहीं है. इसका मतलब ये ही सेव बटन है मेरे लिए. So what they have said here, it is this fundamental rule. Let me come here. ऑन सेल एडिट। ये इंटरव्यू का क्वेश्चन है ये। ऑन चेंज एंड ऑन सेल एडिट में क्या फर्क होता है? It has a 5 parameters, same as on change. Number 1, sys ID. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है? On this particular view, यहाँ पर field तो अवेलेबल है लेकिन टॉप पे। तो what it's checking? It's checking कि जो मैं चेंज कर रहा हूं उस सबको एक यूनिक आईडी में ले लो। So what I can do, if you remember that I told you that this thing I can make a change. क्योंकि user can be changed one thing, one record, user can be changed in the multiple records as well. और ये how this possible? Which rule is required to do this part? Any idea? चेक करना है कौन से रोल से आता है ये सारा काम। I can make a change. ठीक है? So what they're saying that a user can change. Sorry? कुछ भी यार, come on. Come on. नहीं नहीं, हर चीज आइटम से नहीं होती, हर चीज आइटम से नहीं होती है। Remember. Think which role is required. This role is not given to submitters very easily, क्योंकि वो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं फिर बिना फॉर्म ओपन किए they can do it. ठीक है? Find out which role is required to do this part. ठीक है? Let's come on our this point. So number 1, all the records are changing. I am capturing sys_id in an array format. Table. Which table you are editing? Because in this part you can edit only given point of time. You can edit in on a records only in the one table. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं इसी में change table भी change कर सकता हूँ, नहीं. I can do only work on the incident table. Third, old value same fundamental, new value same fundamental, and this is important, the callback function. Callback function क्या कहता है? If I put some condition कि बॉस अगर मैं यहाँ कुछ change कर रहा हूँ and you click on this, you should get a message. Sorry, you are not allowed. Then don't save the changes. Sorry, my bad. I'm saying reverse. It's saying a callback that allow execution of this. अगर आप change कर रहे हैं and it's working fine, then it will commit. So when I click on this particular part, it means I'm saving it and closing it. क्योंकि यहाँ पे we don't have a form, but we have a not save button like this, जैसे हमारे form पे था. तो इसमें what we'll do the example, we'll pick up example from here itself. It is the on cell edit, right? On change, on submit, on cell edit. Yeah, I'll take this particular point. So now what it's saying, ठीक है, इसका कोड भी है तो इजी रहता हमारे लिए. कहाँ गया इसने कोड, कहाँ लिखा है इसका? ये रहा. I'll just copy this line. I'll show you that what is it is doing. ठीक है, इसको हटाते हैं, इसको यहाँ कॉपी करते हैं. What I'm saying, number 1, I want to put this code on the impact field, and I'm saying save and close have to be take save and close. नीचे आएगा, यहाँ पर नहीं आएगा ये वाला. हाँ ठीक है. What I'm saying, अगर if anybody going in the list view and making a change in the impact, let me add the impact field here. ठीक है. If anybody is coming on the list view and making a change in the impact value to 1, then he or she should get a message like this. और वो सेव नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay. So what I'll just copy paste the complete code. Otherwise वो कोड मुझे गड़बड़ लग रहा थोड़ा सा. No, it's fine. This is what, if the new value is 1, न्यू वैल्यू कहां से आएगी? वो इसकी वैल्यू चेक करेगा. अगर न्यू वैल्यू 1 है, इम्पैक्ट अगर मैं 1 कर रहा हूं, then I should get a message and save नहीं होना चाहिए. But अगर 1 नहीं है, then it should be save. And now save this and reload this. Now let me show you the first example. It is 2 if the new value is 3. Error nahi aaya. Why? Because this condition failed. Now if I go here and make it as a 1 and click on this button, क्योंकि यहाँ पर on change नहीं मैं check कर सकता जब तक I'll not save, I'll not get the message. I'm getting a message here. Condition match हुई, I got this message and now this callback function जो था मेरा ये वाला, ये false हो गया. इसका मतलब ये save नहीं करेगा अब इसको. And click OK. So you can see it did not save it. Basically, whenever we are working on the form level, we have to make sure that the same thing should be applied in the list view as well. I'm making any field specifically on change. Like I have a requirement in from my customer that in the change, dates cannot be changed after authorized state. हाँ फॉर्म लेवल पे सेट कर दे लेकिन यूजर यहाँ से आके कर गया, फिर समझ में आ रही है तुमने मिस किया. देन वी बिल्ड अ न्यू क्लाइंट स्क्रिप्ट और यहाँ पर उसको रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया हमने. That nobody can do. You can do this via client scripts or you can do this via what I can say your ACLs. Now if you see there are a few things which you cannot make a change. I'll show you one thing like this one. इसमें आप change नहीं कर सकते because on the ACL part, it has been mentioned that nobody can make a change on this field on the list view. So this is the concept of the client script. On the high level part, 4 types. Again, in the interview, this question asked. We have a on cell edit, we have a on change, we have a on load, and we have a on submit. Fundamentals. On change and on cell edit का same है. The functions are different. Rest are up to your will. You want to set value, get value, populate value, you can do. Now, if you want to do the practice, read these client scripts. That is important. Clear everybody now? Any doubt? Any question? Any doubt? Any question? Kalda, Jyoti?
Little bit
Okay, what little bit?
scripting आता
हाँ कोई नहीं, वो तो फिर करना पड़ेगा.
आता.
Okay, चलिए let me stop the recording and we'll take a quick attendance now.